Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We back on the channel with another one. Back on the channel with another reaction. We back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
No, I did that for.
No.
Welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all back or new to the channel, just haven't done so already, go ahead, please. Let the lovely people know what to do.
Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're always on the phone when I upload a new video.
Yep. Also, go ahead. Check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. Go ahead, go over there to the main channel, show us some love, support.
Peace and positivity.
As well, we got the socials pin right above us. Go ahead, check it out. Go ahead, y'all already know what to do with that. But today we got King Von. Friends become enemies. I don't know where he's going with this one. I really don't. I think this is by who? Trap Geek, I want to say. Yeah, Trap Geek. I don't know where you're going with this one, where friends become enemies. But typically that is true, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people who want to see your downfall is people who you once called friends. So with that being said, we want to go ahead and get into this one. We want to go ahead and see what this is about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and check it out, y'all.
You know what people told me? People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that.
Now they
You said something
said
about
that a lot.
him. What happened?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same issues and holes, and then you know how the internet are trying to make it, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing that you should worry about.
5 people were shot overnight in downtown Atlanta. 2 of them died, and now investigators are working to figure out what led up to the violence.
Just keep breathing, cuz. Come on. You got it. My fault. Yeah. Man, we shot. What you mean we're outside?
Alright, what's up everybody? We gotta talk about this King Von situation. Rest in peace. It's tragic. Everything that could have went wrong that.
You know what the craziest thing is? We see rappers die a lot, right?
Yeah.
We see death a lot. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, it becomes like more of a habit. Like not a habit. Wrong choice of word, but it becomes,
for some people it becomes their norm.
Yeah, as you get older it comes to norm. But it's like King Von. It's like why?
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I really think it's the circumstances of the situation, how it went down.
Yeah.
Nobody pulled a strap. It was a like one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
You kind of saw it coming. Ain't nobody snuck up on you. You saw it coming right there face to face, and y'all already knew y'all had some sleep.
You talking about the fight?
Yeah.
The fight.
It should have been a fight. Nobody was jumping on nobody.
Yeah.
Sometimes my thing is growing up when we grew up. The tough dude was the one who could fight, not the one who could pull the trigger.
Yeah, real.
Kids nowadays, it's who took the most guns. Is you know what I'm saying. But growing up, how we grew up, it was like you gotta be able to put them hands up and be able to, you know what I'm saying, get down with the get down.
Now it's like
whether you on the bus, hopping off the bus,
whatever.
Before you go to school, and them fights before you even get to the classroom, them just bro, I'm just woke, just waking up, you know what I'm saying? But you knew.
But now
you know
it's like who got the most bodies?
Yeah.
Who can get the most bodies?
It ain't got that. I got the strap on me. But I live in the suburbs. Come on now.
King Von situation. Rest in peace. It's tragic. Everything that could have went wrong that night. Von was shot in the parking lot of the Monaco Hookah Lounge right in the center of downtown Atlanta after this huge brawl with Quando Rondo's crew and a couple of undercover police. Everything was captured on surveillance cameras with multiple angles, and I've seen so many rumors and fake stories circulating. The stuff about Dirk buying all the tickets to Quando Rondo's next show, news sites posting Snapchats from a fake Quando Rondo account calling King Von Queen Von. That's all fake. We don't have to invent stories. Reality is already crazy. People don't even know. There was almost a second shootout the night Von was killed. After the chaos in the parking lot at the hookah spot, both crews rushed to the hospital and went to the same one. That's why Quando Rondo went immediately to Instagram Live when he got to the entrance at the Grady Memorial Hospital.
Just keep breathing, cuz. Come on.
That's probably the reason why he went on the other side and they were like wrong side. He didn't want to go in on the same side because they already there to avoid conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel.
And while they moved Vaughn's body on the highway 8 miles from the hospital to the morgue, Atlanta police were in the very same hospital charging Quando Rondo's boy, Little Tim, for the murder of King Von. Now, not only is Little Tim fighting this felony murder case, but something people don't know is he's already fighting a conspiracy case in Georgia. After this year-long investigation took down a trap house in Savannah, confiscating 15 pounds of kush, $16,000 cash, and a bunch of guns. And if you're online even a little bit, you've seen the rumors circulating that NBA YoungBoy is responsible for Von's death. We saw close NBA YoungBoy affiliates going immediately to IG Live as soon as it happened, laughing at Von being killed.
The joke's on you, this now you're getting wrapped down.
So that's that Von pack. When I seen it got popped, all I could do was laugh. All I could do was laugh.
Now, we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, check out my song of the day. This is my guy, Young Poe. Let's go.
One thing I want to say on that, though, is no matter whether I'm dead or gone or not, you know what I'm saying? If you can't say it to me while I'm alive, don't ever say it. Because that's the one thing, like, legit, I think most people gravitate with when it came down to Von.
Yeah.
It's because they knew Von could do it. He did it when he was alive. Even when they was alive, he was into it. He never talked about people that he wasn't into it with at home.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all on social media beefing, he like, that's social media. I don't take that serious.
Yeah.
I take serious what happened, you know what I'm saying, at home.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why his beef and stuff was a little different than the way he talked in his music. He could talk about that because whether they was alive or dead, he was going to say it regardless. We done seen the text messages or the tweets he did when folks was alive. He talked trash to him when they was alive. Yeah. He said, I'm going to get you when I get you. When I catch you, I'm going to catch you. Yeah. They were alive. And he kept the same energy when they were dead. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying keep the same energy whether I'm alive or dead or not. Don't
wait till I'm dead and gone to
and then talk about me.
Yeah.
When you want to talk about me when I was alive and when I could catch you. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Alright, it's messed up to say, but this is the most attention Quando Rondo's ever gotten in his career. He was never a headliner, he's not a huge artist, and now he's in the position where he's playing up the role of the bad guy. Dropping that song, addressing the King Von situation, shooting that video, dressed up as the guy who killed him, Little Tim. He's been wearing bulletproof vests everywhere, getting all his shows canceled, and what makes the situation worse, at one point, King Von and Quando were cool with each other.
63rd, nigga, so dirty ass nigga. Hey, listen, no man, a nigga on 64, not 63rd, nigga over there, smoking crack.
This ain't even friends become enemies.
Yeah.
It's fans become enemies.
Yeah.
Somebody that was a fan of you. Like, legit, because the clip we just saw, that was more of somebody that was a fan than somebody that was a friend.
I gotta agree with that.
You kind of
I gotta agree with that.
Because the energy you gave wasn't.
I mean, I don't know, like
you dissing some neighborhoods you ain't even been to.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't know full detail. I don't know what relationship they had, but just going off of what I see.
That's more of a fan type thing.
A year ago of the two of them before a show in Atlanta, cracking jokes and making fun of Von's ops together. But realistically, this relationship was not going to last. And yes, NBA YoungBoy is involved.
YoungBoy, the YB situation was just too real, just too good. All us got a real bond, so I don't that music shit, like, you feel me? This shit is way deeper than that.
The reason YoungBoy is mentioned in this is because he has ties with both Quando and Von. Quando was the first artist signed to YoungBoy's Never Broke Again label. They've been real close ever since, making music, doing shows. They even tag team jumped their own security together. And when YoungBoy was beefing with Kodak Black a couple years back, Quando showed his loyalty by going on IG Live and burning Kodak's merch.
Man, it's up.
Man, we on some NBA shit, man. Tell me don't send this shit no more, man.
He even went to New York and got into a brawl in Brooklyn with Kodak's artist, Tutu G's. According to Tutu, Quando got slapped, people were throwing chairs, it was chaos. Now thankfully, nobody got hurt, but the beef is still on to this day. And YoungBoy's got a huge list of these industry beefs with people he doesn't get along with. One tension that was slowly building behind the scenes was with him and a new artist out of Chicago named King Von.
Fuck YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro. You talking crazy on this one.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that. Oh, I'm his dad, man. You got cap in your rap.
At this point, Vaughn was just starting to get hot. He had Crazy Story 1 out, the buzz was slowly building. And in March of 2019, Vaughn went on Instagram Live to say that YoungBoy was lying in his raps. YoungBoy fans were quick in the comments, spamming him to apologize or something was gonna happen to Vaughn in 48 hours.
I ain't know all that though. I ain't know it was in 2019 though.
Yeah.
I thought they hit a little beef, you know what I'm saying, back in 2020, you know what I'm saying? Just
But it
something
stems all the way back then.
Yeah,
But
I ain't
still,
know.
that still goes to what you said earlier with that same energy.
Yeah.
Like,
Fast forward a couple months to December of 2019.
That's crazy.
Lil Reese, who's super close to Vaughn, comes out and says he would never do a song with YoungBoy. After fans were asking him for a collab, we could see these lines being drawn real quick between O-Block and YoungBoy's crew 4KT. Fast forward again, 4 months ago. These photos surface of Vaughn holding hands with YoungBoy's ex-girl and baby mama, Jania. At the same time, Vaughn was tweeting subliminals about posting some other dude's girl, doing stuff that would have him stop claiming his kids. It didn't take long for YoungBoy to match that energy and go out and do a song with King Von's ex-girl, Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And the whole time, people like 600 Breezy from Chicago were hyping Vaughn up, saying stuff like, I love what you're doing, we know what you're doing, hashtag rapper K. So he's saying rapper killer. Basically, he's cryptically talking about YoungBoy, who then responded indirectly but super directly at the same time by saying, I'm gonna make sure my son F's your daughter since her trolling. Now this tension kept building and building behind the scenes. Vaughn's even got subliminals about YoungBoy on this new album he dropped last month, Welcome to O-Block. On the song Mine 2, Vaughn says outright that he's got beef in Louisiana and the other dude doesn't know it. He's rapping that gangster shit, now he's gotta show it. So when the news hit last month that Vaughn got killed in a confrontation with YoungBoy's artist, theories started to circulate that it was YoungBoy who ordered the hit. 2 days after.
But what I don't. Well, so this is a scenario if you want to feel like it's, if you want to use that as a hit, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go back and look at the cam footage, right? Mm-hmm. You put the placement at a little small hookah lounge. Because that joint looks like it was small. It don't look like, you know what I'm saying, a big club. It look like a little small venue.
Yeah.
Why are two artists of their caliber at the same location? If you want to look at it as a hit. Yeah. I ain't saying that it is. I'm not saying it's not. But if you notice on the video, when Vaughn popped out, you know what I'm saying, y'all can see Quando standing outside the car on this side. Looks like the window was down and he was talking to somebody inside the car.
Yeah.
Like they might have already spotted some of King Von folks. Yeah. For one, they already been linked up before. Right. So Quando will automatically know some of the people Quando with. If you want, I'm just saying speculation. I mean, yeah, some of the people Vaughn with, my bad. Some of the people Vaughn with, Quando will automatically notice them. All right. When he see Vaughn walk up on him, Tim hopped out the back on the other side, comes around. It's on some street. That's some real street stuff. Right. Soon as Tim found the opportunity, let me let it off on him. If you want to look at it like that, you know what I'm saying, as a kind of a murder for hire type thing. Yeah. It could have been a setup. They could have played it out a certain way. Hey, he already know what he own. He gonna come over here and try to do something. When he come over here and try to do something, you hop out and you know what I'm saying. If you want to look at it like.
I like that.
I just got the drop on him. I know where he gonna be at.
Yeah, I mean.
If you want to, you know what I'm saying.
If you want to look at it like that.
Vaughn was killed. A fan uploaded an old unreleased song from YoungBoy and titled it like it was a King Von diss called Let Them Shots Off. Now this was pure clickbait, but the video still managed to go to number 8 on trending on YouTube, and it's not about King Von at all. And I saw fans starting to go back into YoungBoy's catalog, reading into his lyrics, looking for clues. One song in particular, they claim predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. The song is called Dead Trolls, and at one point in the song, YoungBoy talks about planning to rob somebody in Atlanta. He talks about leaving his ops dead and mentions D Rose being away from the Chicago Bulls home. You connect the lyrics, King Von was staying in Atlanta, he got killed in Atlanta. D Rose was a point guard for the Chicago Bulls, But in Chicago drill, D. Rose was an infamous O-Block shooter who got 40 years for a murder. He's been shouted out on numerous tracks by Chief Keef and even Vaughn, who's got photos side by side with him. And this song Dead Trolls just happened to drop shortly after these photos surfaced of King Von holding hands with Jania, Youngboy's ex-girl. Now, before we get carried away, no, I don't think this song predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. I don't think Youngboy cooked up some Louisiana voodoo to make that happen. In reality, the Atlanta line could be about anybody. Half the industry's in Atlanta, and Youngboy beefs with half the industry. Jada Youngin, Fredo Bang, their beefs are well documented. Both of them got tension with Youngboy, and both of them record in Atlanta. So, no, I don't buy it. Truth is, Von's manager says this incident was personal between Quando and Von.
This has nothing to do with Youngboy doing a song with Asian Doll, and that has nothing to do with this, right?
No. This has to do with Von being the person he is, and then he don't like all that sneak this, social media stuff.
And as those tensions escalated between both camps, word is Quando had been talking shit behind the scenes about Von for quite some time, to the point where Von said if he caught someone from that camp, he was putting hands on him. And this music industry's small, you're gonna run into people.
And just that, though.
Hey,
And just that.
but the thing is, he ain't said I'm gonna kill
Just
you.
that.
He ain't said I'm gonna put my hands
you know
on
what I'm saying?
And that's what he did, though. He went, and that's the thing. Like Von, he lived what he rapped about. He went out what he rapped about. It wasn't always about killing to him. He was just on some. If you want to call it what it's real gangbanging stuff. Like, cause at the end of the day, when you in jail and you ain't got the guns, a lot of times come up. You know what I'm saying? I know you got shanks and stuff in the jail.
Yeah.
But really, you can beat somebody even if they got shanked.
Right.
Real criminals know how to put them hands to work. If you're a real one, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always about the tool. These your main two.
I ain't gonna say real criminals, but just
I'm saying like a real OGs know how to work their hands.
Right.
They ain't trying to pull no tools.
Yeah.
Because even some of y'all big homies, if you really got a real big homie out here, a big homie you can pull up a gun. He ain't gonna be scared of the gun. He gonna come in and knock it out your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Atlanta. That's where all the good studios are, producers, label offices. Quando Rondo's from Georgia. Dirk and Von are both based out there too. So this was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Now, the Monaco Hookah Lounge is right in the center of downtown Atlanta. King Von's been to that spot before. It's a popular place, but it's also a red zone for shootouts. 3 people have been killed at this place in the last year alone. That's why there were undercovers patrolling the area that night and at the venue. Now, the first reports that came out were confusing. The news said that undercover police had shot Von. We even saw dispatch calls from Chicago PD telling their officers that Atlanta police had shot Von and to move with caution around O-Block because emotions would be high.
Last night in Atlanta, police shot King Von and 2 of his people. Social media is active with, they're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars. Keep your eyes open, be wary. They're not happy with the police over there.
We later found out 3 separate crews were involved. Von's crew, Quando's crew, and the undercover police. Now, nobody knows what set Von off, but Von's manager says that night he wasn't himself. Von was celebrating his album release at Opium nightclub a few hours earlier. He was supposed to go back to his Airbnb around 2:30 in the morning, but he suddenly decided to switch routes midway and go to this hookah spot on Trinity Avenue about 10 minutes away. Now, Von cannot carry weapons himself. He's been fighting that case with Dirk in Atlanta for close to a year. They got strict guidelines to follow, but he knows his status. Usually, Von travels with 3 to 4 security, a bulletproof truck, and his guys from Chicago. But on this night, he left Club Opium by himself with 1 driver and 1 other car, leaving that fleet of security behind. When Von got to the hookah spot, he waited for 30 minutes in the car, and his security finally got word of his new location change and immediately rushed over to get to him. The whole time, Quando Rondo just happened to be in the same parking lot at that same hookah spot, napping in his McLaren. I know coincidences can happen, but this one's pretty big. What are the chances that King Von randomly decided to change routes and go to a hookah spot where somebody that he doesn't like happens to be at. One of Von's friends spots Quando and goes back to tell Von, and on the CCTV camera we see Quando making his way over to this white SUV, scanning the area cautiously. Shortly after, you see Von leaping out of his own car, going look.
All right, so that's some information I ain't know like previously. I ain't seen. I saw it from this. So Von was already pulled up to the spot.
Right.
Quando had already been at the spot, sleeping in the car. This white SUV pulled up, little Tim in the back.
Right.
I think what it is, Quando probably woke up, spotted some stuff, and called up the homies like, "Hey, Von, folks here, bro. I need some backup."
I mean, you don't know. You went there, but I mean, it makes
From
sense.
speculation.
I
think, you know what I'm saying, he called up the homies because he spotted, because Von waited 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a long time for somebody who just spot somebody and call up somebody and they pull up. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, they was already out shooting a music video that night. They could have, they was still out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't at home yet. They still out. I'm going to call them up because I know they ain't gone home yet. Pull up. You know what I'm saying?
For Quando. As soon as Von sees Quando, he starts throwing punches. Von is unarmed, but his crew is swarming Quando quickly. That's when Quando's bro Lil Tim hops out the white SUV, pulls a pistol out, and fires off 5 shots, hitting Von in the chest and thighs. Bullets also graze Von's manager, who is in the mix of it. All hell breaks loose. Von's bro Slutty, who was right next to Von when the brawl started, was the first person to return fire once Von gets shot, hitting Lil Tim in the leg once, but then his gun jams, so he can't finish the job. Now this actually saves Lil Tim's life. Him getting shot in the leg drops him to the ground, making him a non-threat to the undercover police who were creeping around back in the adjacent parking lot. With Lil Tim on the ground and Slutty standing over him with a jammed up Glock, Slutty turns and runs into the adjacent parking lot towards the undercovers, who start ringing off shots and hit both Slutty and another O-Block guy named Louis in the head, killing Slutty on the spot and leaving Louis in critical condition. This whole time, Quando is still tangled up with King Von, who's...
I ain't know all this information, though.
I mean, you knew it, but you didn't know it, like, how he's breaking it down. But it was put out.
No, I'm saying, like, I ain't know that, you know what I'm saying? Slutty was the one to return the fire, and he dropped. Because I saw him get popped, and he dropped. Yeah. But I ain't know, like, the guns. And that's what we always be talking about. Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep them guns warm. Like, to be honest, because you got to know them, you know what I'm saying? Keep them ready, because them joints do be jamming.
Yeah, but, like, all of the information was out there. It was just, like, kind of, like, scattered here and there. So you have to try to put pieces together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Has been shot a bunch of times and has paralysis in the bottom half of his body. According to Von's manager, Quando was screaming, "Von shot, Von shot." And on camera, it looks like he leans in and holds close to Von, either trying to help him or take his chain. It's hard to say which. But eventually, Von's brother Muap runs over and knocks Quando in the head, separating him from Von, where they can now pick him up and escape in the getaway vehicle. Unfortunately, even though the hospital was just 10 minutes away, doctors could not save his life. And now, we're left in the aftermath.
Yes, sir, man. Rest in peace, King Von, man.
You're talking about 2 cliques with huge influence, money, and power. The very next day, we saw 600 Breezy hitting the freeway at 150 miles an hour, leaving Chicago to go to Baton Rouge as a declaration of war with NBA YoungBoy's crew 4KT.
We smoke it if you really high. We condone the violence. All you hear is sirens.
Breezy is also openly talking about revenge on socials, leaving kissy emojis underneath Von's killer's IG page. Several days after everything happened, Von's childhood bro, Mimo600, went to Savannah, Georgia to film a music video in Quando Rondo's neighborhood. I think he filmed it in the housing complex close by. Regardless, point is, nobody's squashing nothing. And while Mimo was out there in Quando's neighborhood, this girl DMs him saying they should link up while he's there. After doing some research on the girl, Mimo finds her in a Quando Rondo music video just last year. It was a setup, a backdoor attempt in Quando's home city. And you've heard that theory, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. That's playing out in real time. But it's not just the industry that's affected by Von's death. We can look at the city of Chicago too. This has been the most violent year in Chicago since 2016. And just like when FBG Duck died, one side was laughing. Well, now it's the other side's turn. As these memes of Von packs are being shared all over the internet, diss songs being made, and people close to Duck just showing Von no signs of sympathy. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for this video. Rest in peace to Von. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace. That last part I didn't know, like with the music video.
I know he had went down. I ain't know.
And the female.
I ain't know that part. You know what I'm saying?
I don't trust man.
Female be the main one be setting folks up though, bro.
Like for real.
They'll tell you come to a whole nother city and they be plotting on you from the jump.
The whole time.
Like don't trust the saying loyal. Trust the.
No, for real though. Do your research.
Go ahead, spam up in the comment section down below, letting us know y'all thoughts and opinions about this video, about the whole circumstance. What y'all think the outcome, like everything is. Let us know in the comment section down below. But y'all already know how it go. But if you don't know, man, simply how it go. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. We are. We are, y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners.